Okay, welcome back, folks. Now, a few things. First of all, I have a cold at the moment, so you'll have to excuse me if I will go away for every once in a while to well relieve myself of my well the snorting and all coughing and all that. Now, another thing is because I'm an idiot, I forgot to save last time, so we actually have to some progress to redo here. And I figure we might as well do this on camera, just so I can reevaluate all the things I've done, see if it makes a bit more sense this time, because that was a bit of a problem last time, because we just went by walkthrough obviously, and it didn't actually get me anywhere. I mean, that's what was happening basically. It was just get to the walkthrough, get stuck, to the walkthrough, get stuck, etc. You know. Or was there anything else we? Oh yeah, the shotgun. Right. So we're gonna actually try and redo some of those things and see if we can actually work out a bit more what to do now, because I don't want to be playing this entire game the way I played it last time, basically. That's just not... I mean, I don't mind using a walkthrough when I'm actually stuck, but... eventually you just get into like a downward spiral, you know, where you just get stuck more and more because you don't actually know what you were doing and why you were doing it. Now, part of it is due to the game actually not being very clear on what it wants me to do at any time. I mean, I have no idea why I'm actually here and what I'm supposed to do in this village in the bloody first place. I mean, maybe it told me when the act started and I just didn't pay attention, but I can't remember, folks, so I'm just assuming we have to get into this mansion here, and still a lot of things that just don't make any sense, like for instance, the shovel bit. We'll have to do it again at some point. But what the hell was the point of that? Because I looked back at it, and we dug a hole. Some moles came out, and then we got a cutscene of two guys, one in the bath and one next to it, talking about God knows what. And I mean, that's it basically. So, and he just stopped then. So what was the point? I mean, did he actually want to tunnel underneath the bloody wall? I assume so, but why did he stop then? I just don't get it, folks. Let's get the anchor while we're at it, I suppose. And yeah, part of it is down to Mark, obviously, because look at him, man. He's obviously a tool, and he can't hold his breath for more than 10 bloody seconds. It's just ridiculous. And he's just not telling me the things that he's supposed to, you know, tell me to help me out, you know, because I can't. There's a lot. Well, we'll see in a minute, actually, because then we'll get to one of the puzzles that makes me not feel guilty at all about using a walkthrough, because it just doesn't make any bloody sense. This one, to be more specific. Let's do that one right now, actually. I think we can. We have to lift this rock, if I recall. Get the dinosaur bone. That came out a bit weird. Just a second, folks. Where's music? There it is. Good for you, Mark. Now, I'm sorry, folks. I'll show you in a bit what I mean. You've probably noticed it yourself. There's a lot of things that I found in the walkthrough that I at least think I could have eventually solved on my own. But this one, this valve here. Now, I'm not to know that there's a bloody light switch at all in here. I mean, I don't see any lights hanging around, so for all I know, this is just an unlit basement. You're supposed to take a torch or whatever. it's not out of the ordinary, you know. But obviously basements usually don't come with that sort of thing. You just have to install it yourself. Now, obviously, I'm not. What was the game thinking? Was it just thinking like, you know? I mean, it's dark in here. We've given you that, but I think I can see that, but am I just to assume that? Oh, there must be a light switch here. You know what? It must be behind the bloody wall. Am I to assume that? I mean, it's Mark, if anyone, should be able to tell me. He can actually see this wall. He could inspect the bloody wall. He could tell me, you know, this wall looks pretty loose. You know, this looks like it's been recently applied. It looks like there's space in there for a bloody light switch. I don't know. He could have told me something. He just doesn't. He just stands around there like an idiot. Now, the only clue I can think of that you have is that actually this part here, you can see the actual masonry behind it, and that there's obviously been some sort of wall covering going on now. That's obvious, but it does not look like it will break down, and that's the first part. And even if I were to deduce that from this picture here without Mark's bloody help, I would not think to bloody go up here and do something that is beyond counterintuitive. I mean, you've opened a path here. There's no single reason for me to actually close that again, unless it meticulously hints at me that this wall, or that the actual you know, pressure slamming the valve would give the basement would actually, you know, damage the wall in a significant way, to lay bare light switch, basically. So yeah, that's a stupid puzzle if you ask me, and you can tell by the tone of my voice it very much annoys me, but regardless, yeah. It must have shaken the nearby walls, yeah. Yeah, hindsight. Also like how all it did was... Never mind. Anyway, let's calm down a bit. 1 second, folks. Okay, that's better. Now what did we do in here again? We got the shovel. Yeah, right, the shovel bit also puzzles me, like I just said. I don't think he wants the actual axe, because he doesn't have a hockey mask. And he's scared of authorities for some reason. Now, let's make sure I'm not missing anything here. Lots of jars. Containers are empty if I recall, yep. They usually do, Mark. Just take it, man. Oh, come on. Right, never mind. Anyway, so the whole point of this place is to give you a shovel, so there must be some importance to actually digging a hole there. Maybe I don't know, did it take the actual shovel from me? Maybe I should have just got more of them or something, I don't know. Anyway, let's do the whole guard thing now with the whiskey and all that. Just believe we've done oh yeah, we have to do the mouse as well. Let's do that while we're on the way. One more puff, folks. Did we actually get the feather as well? We'll have to look in a second. Here. Yeah, we did. Okay. Also, another thing, folks. On a more, a more pleasant note, I guess. I mean, I'm let's talk a bit about the timeline of this series so far. I've actually recorded. I mean, I uploaded them yesterday. Now it doesn't mean much for the viewers because I don't know when I'll put this up. But I'm planning on just doing this today. Well, I recorded it, but we'll see. Anyway, the first part I recorded. I'm going the wrong way here. A few weeks ago, actually. Because, well, obviously what happened is that Clyde's adventure, I mean, going back to the start of my RPing career so far, obviously I started out with Alley Cat, and I thought that went surprisingly well, because, I mean, the idea sort of behind that was to, how shall I say it? I mean, I wanted to just start, obviously, with some of the oldest games I could remember playing, and Alley Cat obviously was the main one for that. Do we have the biscuits? Yeah. So I chose Alley Cat, and let's think about this. Yeah. So obviously that went pretty decently, I thought. So the next thing I thought of doing was Clyde's Adventure. Now, it turns out that wasn't exactly the ideal game, so to speak, to start off your Let's Playing career. Actually, it broke me pretty quickly, because obviously, because I'm still getting used to the whole commentary in English speak. I mean, mostly one of the major reasons I wanted to chase this path was to improve my English speaking, mostly, as well as, you know, reinvigorate my gaming career, which has been pretty stale over the past few years. I'm in that sort of period many gamers, I guess, sort of walk into at some point when they're just not very interested anymore in playing and finishing games, you know, especially the newer ones, I guess. So I thought it'd be a good idea to just start from the bottom again, try and sort of revitalize the whole experience, trying to get back to the things that really got me into the whole thing when I was a kid, you know. This being one of them, obviously. So was Clyde, so was Alley Cat. Now, Clyde's Adventure is not an easy game, folks. It's I mean, the first castles went alright, obviously, because they weren't that hard, and I got a bit of practice in, and it went alright until later on. Now, it's not just the fault of the game, it was also, I mean, obviously the last session, I still haven't uploaded it yet. I'm not sure, I think I will, if we eventually find the will for it, but anyway, I haven't uploaded that yet, but that is when it actually started to really break me, folks. It was getting really hard, the jumps were hard, and it was on a Sunday. I mean, now it's a Sunday as well, but usually, I mean, it's not so bad today, but usually on Sundays I'm pretty wrecked, and I just couldn't take it, folks. And I watched it back, and it wasn't even like funny or anything. It was, I just felt sorry for myself, basically. It just completely, I mean, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get angry or anything. I was just too tired. All I could do was just take it, you know. And it was just, ugh. And it basically just put me off being in the first place for quite a while, maybe like, I don't know, a month longer, till I eventually decided, well, you know, let's actually try this again. Let's try a more relaxed game, and it's worked out so far, I think, because obviously last session, which was last week, I mean, I actually played for 2 hours, I think, over the whole day, obviously, but usually when I play an hour, I'm bloody I'm tired as all shit, man. I'm knackered. I don't want to do it anymore. But at that time, I actually felt like I could go on, which is new, completely new, folks. I mean, I obviously stopped because I didn't feel like I still had a hand on how the actual game went anymore. I was just watching walkthroughs and just I did not want it to go that way. I just, at least I wanted to think about how I was going to continue here, and well, eventually I should have. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what my plans are for this anymore. I mean, I think I mean, obviously, ideally, I just use a walkthrough when I get stuck, but there's no real. I can only arbitrarily decide when I'm actually stuck. You know, how long do I have to be stuck before I'm really stuck? You know, and obviously that can happen far quicker than than I initially envisioned, and I really want for it to happen. So I don't know, folks. We'll just see. Honestly, I don't really care, but I'd like to figure some things out myself. I mean, obviously that's where the fun in these games come from. It's not just, you know, the stupid ass story, or no, it'd be more like a bloody movie, and I don't want it to be like that. So anyways, I'm not promising anything. We'll just see how it goes. Now, I think we've nearly caught up. Obviously we have to make a gift for her. Sorry, folks. I do believe. Yeah, let's do that actually. I mean, then I've pretty much caught up. I just have to actually dig the hole, I believe, and after that I should be fine, really. Good to go. Wonder how long I've been recording so far, just redoing progress. I'm used to that, folks. I mean, Guy's Adventure was one big pile of redoing progress, so it's no problem. There's one more buff here, folks. That's nice. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to mention is I've been actually experimenting with recording setups, because obviously I want to do a bit more than just this. You don't always want to play the same game. And I'm not sure what I want to play next to this in terms of, you know, DOS games. I don't actually have much choice at the moment, so I've been trying to get like proper 3D games to start to record those, and so far I'm not there just yet, but I do have some perspective. Obviously, well, sorry folks. What was it all about? Yeah, the recording. Like, I'm not there yet. Obviously, I've tried the thing with recording 3D games, so just you know DirectX, OpenGL, that sort of Direct Draw, that sort of games, which I do want to be playing eventually, obviously, because they're a lot more in depth than most DOS games are, and I do want to go to that. That's actually some of the most important, I guess, period of gaming for me. Was like the early Windows era, you know, of games. And well, the problem is obviously you need a lot of disk space, and on the computer I'm recording this on right now, it doesn't have a lot of that. So I tried actually recording on my laptop, and it went. I don't know. The problem with the laptop is obviously it's not that powerful. It's only an A6 processor, I think, which is a dual coil, so dual core. So theoretically, I could record on one thread and play the game on the other one. It's only on games, folks, but still, I mean, obviously AMD processors don't have great single thread performance anyway, so it's a bit problematic. I couldn't actually get it to go very smoothly, but it got done. a testing video got done, sound worked out, only got a ribbon now. Oh, I need to give it a flower. Yeah, it worked out somewhat. What was it all about? Yeah, the problem was obviously file size is that I mean, I got a video that was, I believe, 2.5 gigabytes for 1 minute of recording. Now I could probably get that down a bit, but not much. So there's no chance of doing it on this PC. I just couldn't record on anything but my laptop, and it's not that powerful. So I'm not there yet, folks. However, I've been thinking about, honestly, what would be like an ideal setup for me to you know, record such games. And I think what I'm going to do, I was looking at DVD recorders first, because what you obviously want is it to be pretty hassle free, to be stable, and to not have to worry about space issues. Now the DVD recorder is a very stable option, however they are expensive, folks. I was pretty surprised. I did not know that. It's impossible to get a decent one of those in the first place below like 200 bucks, and probably a lot more than that, more like 250. And also I couldn't find, I'm not sure, I'm not an expert on these things, but from this the actual specification charts I could find on those machines, they didn't actually have like an HDMI input or anything of the like. So it's probably, I'm pretty sure it's still possible, but what rather than do is like get one of those new like USB 3 capture stations like that. I could just, that way they're not that expensive, and that way I could just do the recording on like my laptop and play the actual games. Because then all the laptop would have to do is record, which really improves the actual speed and stability of the whole process. Plus, what was I saying? Right. Oh, I need to fend the clothes actually. And let's actually do the duster first, because I don't know what the actual implications are to drying the clothes. But where was I? Yeah, multitasking, folks. It's difficult. Yeah, so well, I've pretty much said all I wanted to say on the matter, I guess. So in the future, I think that's my ideal setup, because that would also allow me to record consoles, which I might want to do in the future. And also, the main advantage is that I could actually hook up like an old Windows 95 PC or something, and that way I would actually be relieved of having to deal with DOSBox for all the stupid shit it throws at me, basically. Yeah, and I could just record it on native system, which would be so much more hassle free, I hope. So that's really what I'm looking to achieve at some point, but it will be in the future somewhere, folks. So don't count on it just yet. But for now, we'll see how it goes. Now, I need a drink, folks. So just a second. Now let's actually go on with Teen Agent here. Now, the Dirty Feather Duster is another one of those puzzles that really grinds my gears, because I actually just picked up on that because the walkthrough last time was just, you know, I only have a small window recorded, so the actual background was a walkthrough, and I just gazed at it pretty much accidentally and saw that you're supposed to actually darken it by sweeping the actual fireplace. Now, you could actually, I suppose, I don't know, I probably could have come up with just trying to dust the fireplace. I wouldn't have known why, but I could have tried it, I suppose. Now the actual hint here is that it's shaped like a grenade. Now, to be fair, you could have figured this out. If you're stuck long enough, you're bound to just start trying random inventory things together, and you'd think to, well, you wouldn't think to, you just do it basically. There we go. However, it would help if there was actually a situation in which you'd think, like, what would be really handy here is to have a potato that's painted to look like a grenade. And you don't, so... Anyway. Female human being, yes. Let's actually dry the clothes now. That's the last thing I still have to do before we've officially caught up. This is pretty much been a useless video so far, but who cares? It's a let's play, folks. Don't sweat it. So let's dry the actual clothes. Let's also save it this time. God. And how can you forget that, you think, folks? But it's just how it works sometimes. I don't know. Now, I have to tell where the clothes are actually dry. Yeah, we've seen all this. You do that. Can we get this now? Did the actual laundry come back? No, it didn't. Huh. Okay, now we're back to puzzling again, folks. Now what on earth would have been the point of having dry the laundry? I'm really puzzled by this. So obviously, if we've done something wrong, it would have resupplied us with clothes, I assume. It's not a game where you can just mess things up or die or any of the like. So why did we do that? Huh. What do we have here? We can't use those together. Those. Is there anything we haven't done yet? Yes, we haven't been into the cave yet, I suppose, but there wasn't actually anything there from what I recall. Have we actually sharpened the sickle yet? No, we haven't. Well, let's do that first, and I'm gonna have to take one moment here, folks. I'm gonna have to shut off the mic, so I'll see you in a bit. And I'm back. What were we doing? Anyway, we're finished with this place, so that's one we can scrap. I'm pretty sure we've done everything there is to do over here. At least there isn't anything glaringly obvious anymore. We have to use these, I do believe, together. Well, that's confusing as well. You actually have to use it with the bloody well, which is not what you expect to use it with, you think it would be go with well, whatever, you know what I'm saying, folks. So we have the sharpened sickle now, but there's not actually any point, I don't think. We haven't actually used the needle yet, I don't think, nor the rake or the rock. Obviously we're probably done with this area as well. We're still yet to get the actual knot, but we just don't have anything in our inventory that would possibly make finding that any easier. So the only thing I can think of, obviously we still have to dig holes, so I'm probably gonna do that first. Now also a thing to remember is this actual place. Now I doubt it. Nah, bees can't tell the difference, folks. Anchor's not gonna help. Mouse isn't. Shovel isn't. Ribbon. Handkerchief. Have we actually used that yet? I don't think we have. Well, none of it is screaming to me that it will be used to actually. I mean, I'm assuming we have a bush here, obviously. I think we've been through this before, but the hint is to actually hide behind this, so I'm guessing we have to actually lure the bees away somehow. The only thing that could do that right now is a mouse, however we don't have any way of making the bees attracted to the mouse, if that even is the solution, obviously. So yeah, never mind, folks. This will have to wait, obviously. This is the only major area. Now I'm assuming actually it's path is mentioned that it's actually a way in there, but do you have anything new to say, God? Yeah, we've heard that before. The only other things is the actual hedgehog here, and again, just just no ribbon. No. That's the only things apart from the actual grandmother puzzle, which also didn't make any sense. Now, for God's sakes, Mark. It cannot be that hard, really. I mean, hedgehogs, have you actually seen a hedgehog in real life, folks? I mean, they're extremely benign. I mean, no one should be scared of them in the first place. Now, the bite doesn't even seem to be, like, in its actual spikes. It just seems to be on his back somewhere. Now, you have all these tools, Mark. You should be able to get the bloody bine off of the hedgehog's backs, but you're just not doing it because you're an asshole. Now, sorry, folks. Let's actually dig under the wall here again and see how much this doesn't make sense. After 100 moments, the bloody more things come out. Come hither. Microphone was actually pretty close there, folks. So yeah, we get somewhere, basically nowhere. Oh right, there's oil. However, the oil stops, so it's useless, and you can't actually interact with that hole after this. So, and then you have this. Sir, we have been informed that later we can see. Is that the actual guard? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's have a look, actually. Yeah, I think it was him. So why? I mean, you can't. It doesn't show up, so that means you can't do anything with it anymore. So maybe this is just one of the places you're supposed to dig. Maybe. No, it actually took the bloody shovel, didn't it? Huh. Anyway, we've got. I just forgot about this one completely. Obviously, we've got the owl in here. Maybe it would like a potato. What do you know? Huh? Huh? Oh, come on. Well, you're right in there, Mark. I mean, obviously, apparently, it just wanted the practical joke there. So, can we climb the tree now? The tree, sorry. The tree. Mark. Yeah. And another cutscene. So he is actually watching us, it would seem. But the fat man doesn't care. That it does, apparently. Huh. So, what have we achieved there? I mean, I'm guessing we have to get the fat man's attention now. There's only one more way we can grab that, and that's to get into this bloody tree, but just don't seem to have the means for that just yet. Something to deal with resin, folks. I don't know. Resin. What is resin anyway? Just kidding, folks. Does the god have anything else to tell? I don't think so. Nice suit. Yeah. Aha. So those are dead ends. We've only lost items so far, so we can't say we've made any real progress. Obviously this makes it a bit easier to sort out what we actually still need, so it's not that bad of a thing. Am I sure there's nothing in the cave for now? Pretty sure. Can we actually... No. Because I'm thinking of a way to get the mouse to do something meaningful in that hole in the cave, folks, but doesn't seem like we can just yet. Obviously we're done with this door. This house, we're done with the actual cellar. Gave us a shovel, which did nothing for us. Wait a minute. Can we get the actual rope? You've been doing nothing but that the entire game, Mark. No, they won't. It's just a rope, you're a kid. Just do it. Exactly. Good boy, Mark. Now, that I wasn't expecting, folks. So, the rope. What will the rope help us with? It looks strong. Can we... No, we can't. Wanna be clear? A grappling hook. Now I'm assuming might actually get us in here, or actually again into the mansion, which I'm assuming. But let's try this first. No, unfortunate. Let me think about this. It's not gonna help us here, is it? No. Or in here. Well, maybe? Nah, obviously not. I'm just trying, folks. I'm assuming it's just for the mansion here. Maybe we can actually open this remotely. Obviously not. No. Nah, there's no point to this, folks. Just trying some options, but obviously you never know. It's the main motto to playing these kinds of games, I guess. You never know, you never know, you never know. Let's try to scale the wall here. Okay. How about here? There we go. It's probably gonna fail again, knowing Mark, but oh. Oh god. What is it now? Okay, so we're starting to gain some sort of interest now, but we're still not there yet, unfortunately. Just gonna have a little drink, folks. Shit, I didn't turn off the mic there, but I don't know, whatever. And honestly, I noticed that turning off the mic actually sounds bloody annoying, but probably more annoying than the sound I'm actually trying to save you from, so whatever. Now this is unfortunate, because I am really running out of options here. I wonder what that ribbon is for, I really do. Must be something to do with that. As you can see, we're slowly going through our stuff here, trying to get into the mansion. Now there's still this free tree, I guess, but I don't see how. Can we use it as makeshift climbing gear, maybe? No, we can't. Huh. There's still the rock as well. Oh. Nah. We also still have a fan for some reason. I wonder. And yes, every single bit of me wants to use the walkthrough right now, but we're just gonna look at it a bit more before we actually go there. Because honestly, I'm still stuck, folks. That's not get this wrong here. I mean, I still have no idea how to get these nuts. And unfortunately, although fortunately as well, I suppose, because we are running out of options, which is both a good and a bad thing. Huh. I still need that bloody fruit. Well, I think I do. I mean, it's not there for nothing, obviously. Can we just... No. That is unfortunate. What else do we have? I am stumped. I think what I'm gonna do here is visit the cave one more time, try and see if we can solve anything there. And after that we'll just break the recording for now. Because I think we've been recording for quite a while. I can't really, I don't know how long, but we don't want to go for too long because obviously it's just going to increase the chance of something going horribly wrong here. There's nothing else in here except the lizard. I think I've tried this, haven't I? Yeah. Can we throw a rock? No. Can we... handkerchief? Oh, we have used a handkerchief, haven't we? It wasn't catching the actual mouse here. Can we feed the mouse? Nope. To the lizard, obviously, not feed the lizard to the mouse. I don't know. Don't think our mouse is that badass, I guess. Can we... Nah. Can we actually paddle the hole? I don't get this, folks. I really don't. Huh? Did you just hear that, folks? There must be something to do with this hole. I mean, we've got part of the solution, which is to put the mouse in here, because it wouldn't let us do that if it wasn't... I mean, if it was completely pointless, obviously. But... it's not making any sense to me what the mouse is actually supposed to do there. Huh. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna end the recording here because we've been going on for quite a while, I do believe. And when we're back, we're gonna consult a walkthrough probably. So until then, I'll see you next time. Mark, where are you going? Ah, right.